And I went and met with the players individually and thanked them and thanked the coaches. I felt I should be here. I shouldn't be celebrating the start of the Olympics. We'll start worrying about the Olympics tomorrow. But I didn't have it in me. I didn't have it in the. It would have been too tough to do. As proud as I would have been to be there, it would have been an imposter's act. It would have been a person there who's not focused at all on it. So.
Is it important for you, Brian, mentally to stay active and move ahead?
Yep. Yeah, it's the only. I think the only. It's the only way I know is just put your head down and just keep putting one foot in front of the other. So to me, it's important. This step today is we'll stop talking about this today. Not Brendan's message, but we'll start focusing on the Leafs and the U.S. Olympic team and move forward. I need that. I need to do that.
We'll ask with the Leafs and decisions with the roster. The deadline came and went today. What is the situation with
We're buying and selling. Dave Nonis and Dave Poulin have been working the phones with Cliff the last week. We turned over lots of stones the last couple days. We didn't get anything that made sense from a buyer or seller perspective. We are in both markets, and we're going to wait and see. We think we can drive harder bargains after the Olympic freeze comes off. Yeah, after the 28th. Yeah, leading up to the 3rd.
Could you talk about your inclusion of Eric Johnson on the team? What you like about Eric and his future?
Well, what do I like about him? That's easy. Everything. I think that I think the sky's the limit for this young man. I think people in St. Louis are aware of what a complete player he is, but I think the hockey world's going to see that now. He's big, he can skate, he's a great kid, he's got a hard shot. What do I like about him? Everything.
Well, Dave, that's a quick follow-up. Obviously, you picked the best players for the team in 2010, but could you address on a young player like Eric and other young players on the team, help putting him on board right now, help groom him for the future of USA Hockey?
I'm not interested in that. Because we're going there to win. We're not, I didn't pick these players so that they'd be better players in Sochi. We talked about that the first day of the orientation camp. Is anyone here who thinks their time is in Sochi, get up and get out right now? And we'll go with the guys that think it's their time now. We had to turn a page. USA Hockey had to turn a page. I call them the greatest generation, the U.S. players in the late 90s and early 2000s that answered the bell every time we asked them to and did it with accomplishment and success, World Cups. There's a player here, Keith Tkachuk. But we turned the page, and we're going without, barring injury, we're going without any of that group. There were some real gut-wrenching decisions on leaving those guys off, but it was time to turn the page. And we're taking a group we think is multifaceted. We think we've got, you guys all know how I build my teams, top 6, bottom 6. We've done the same thing here. We've got specialists that are good at specific jobs. And you've all heard my analogy. I think it's running a hockey team is a lot like putting together an orchestra. You need first violins, you need French horns, you need percussion, and someone's got to move the stage when you're done. So we've tried to put people together that do specific jobs well.
How come Oshie?
Well, TJ Oshie we spent a lot of time on TJ Oshie. I think what you raised, Panger, I'm getting every place I go ever since we announced the team. Why isn't this guy on the team and why isn't that guy on the team? And TJ Oshie's going to be, an Olympian, no question. And he's a real good player now, and he's a great kid. But we didn't feel, given the skill sets we were trying to put together, that he just missed it. He just missed the cut. But I remind everyone of this. We go to Columbus and they say, how come R.J. Umberger isn't on the team? We go to Atlanta, they say, how come Hainsey isn't on the team, or Zach Bogosian? I'm like, guys, it's a small wedding. There's only 23 chairs. So, with the pool that USA Hockey has developed with their under-18 program, we've got better options now than we had in the past. We maybe don't have the star power, the big name recognition we've had in the past, but we've got lots of talented players to choose from, and TJ didn't make the cut. He was a near miss.
That under-18 program, don't you think you better serve put $4.5 million into a program where you get all more kids across the country to give you a bigger pool?
No.
Why is that?
Because you need a pyramid, you need a broad base, and you need an apex. And these kids need role models. They need players like Mike Modano to aspire to be the next Mike Modano. And to me, I was part of the board when I worked at the league. When the program went in, it was a big fight because there was a lot of sentiment. Why don't we use that money elsewhere? And we already spend a lot of money on development with USA Hockey, but to put a small portion of what we spend into an elite development program, I think was the wisest decision USA Hockey's ever made.
Any players questionable, are you taking any alternates with you just in case?
No, not at this point. Obviously we're going to track it right up till Sunday. There are games till Sunday. We had asked the league for a dark Sunday in order to get to Vancouver and prepare. We didn't get that. There's, I think, 5 or 6 games on Sunday. We asked for a dark Sunday and a light Saturday. We didn't get either one, and that's not the league's fault. It's just in an Olympic year, it's pretty hard with a compressed schedule to do that. But everyone's in the same boat. Everyone's going to. A lot of players get there Saturday. A lot of players get there Sunday. Maybe even Monday morning. We have one practice and then we play. So that every team's struggling under the exact same set of rules. So no excuses there.
There's a theory out there that Ron's job as lead coach is somehow tied to success.
That's. I'm this see the newer, gentler Brendan Burke. Hopefully, that's ridiculous. I would have said something that the film guys would have had to edit out. That's Ron Wilson is a hell of a coach, and our failures are not coaching failures. Our failures have been player and management failures. And I think we've addressed some of the player failures. I think some of the changes we've made, you can see it's turning into my kind of team. And Ron Wilson's his tenure is not linked at all to how this tournament goes. You're talking about a short tournament that turns on real specific factors and turning points, goaltending, officiating. It wouldn't be fair to a coach, but it wouldn't make much sense when you have a coach that we do, like we do, that's that accomplished as an NHL coach.